Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1983 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Detroit Tigers at Tiger Stadium. On the mound for the Blue Jays today is Phil Huffman, whose record is 1-1 with a 5.40 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Jack Morris, whose record is 9-3 with a 3.31 ERA. And so the Tigers are handed another loss. We gave up 9 runs yesterday. Another terrible performance from a starter, and then our bullpen exploded once again. It's becoming a regular habit for our pitching staff to fall apart. And so I've made a bunch of changes today to our pitching staff. I guess we'll take a look at it right now before we get into the game. So let's pull up the Tigers pitching staff. I have decided to replace, Tom Filer with Morris Madden. Now, Morris Madden is a left-hander. And you know I don't like left-handers as starters. He, at one point, was our number 1 prospect. And so if we open him up here, take a look at him, you'll see he's pitched for us 3 games in relief back in 1980. And he made 1 start last year. And he had very little success, but his overall numbers, everything, all of his ratings for his primary attributes here, all of them are pretty decent with the exception of control, which you would think he would improve on as he gets older. He's got a great fastball, 2 pitches over 80, which is the average, one pitch just under. So we're going to give him a shot. I mean, we could do worse, I suppose. Brian Kelly, who started yesterday's game, only gave up 1 earned run in of the 5 that he gave up due to a major error early on by Hatcher. But he's also been terrible. So I don't know what to do. We have to sort of piece things together until Dan Petrie comes back, and there's really no guarantee Petrie is going to be any good. So that's the new addition to our rotation. In addition, I have brought back the creeper, Paul Gibson. Sent Keith Comstock down. He didn't have a good game yesterday. He's been good by and large the whole season, but we'll give him a break and bring up the creeper, give him another shot. Not a great start to the season for him. And then also we have called up Jeff Montgomery, who had a pretty long career as a reliever, a closer for the Kansas City Royals for a period of time. He's only 21 years old, and he's the only other righty in our AAA system that has not been called up previously, with the exception of Jeff Robinson, who is also new to AAA. So, but he's a starter. So we're going to give Jeff Montgomery a go around. The only bad thing about calling up players who have never been at the major league level is they affect your overall payroll. So it's like giving a new major league contract to someone. And so now our projected loss has jumped up to $702,000. Now we're going to finish the year in the positive, but unless we make the playoffs, we are going to lose a lot of money this season, which is a real bummer. So anyway, those are some of the major changes I've made. We're going to go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along. Like and or subscribe to the channel, please. So Jack Morris getting the start today. He's been our best pitcher during this period. The current Blue Jays lineup is only batting .223 against him. That's 122 plate appearances. Our bullpen, everyone is available but Iorg. Iorg had to go more than an inning yesterday, so he'll be unavailable. And then our lineup today versus Phil Huffman. Ricky and Eddie Murray both were listed as tired, so 2 of our main everyday starters need rest. So we've replaced them with Eddie Miller in center field, and of course the Brock Ness monster is at first base. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the official lineup rundown for the Toronto Blue Jays. A little different setup today. Batting leadoff, playing third base, is Paul Dade. Batting second at second base is Garth Iorg. Batting third in center field is Lloyd Moseby. Batting cleanup in right field is Jessie Barfield. Batting fifth and catching is Geno Petralli. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, is Steve Davis. Batting seventh in left field is Al Woods. Batting eighth and DHing is Tim Corcoran. And batting ninth, playing first base today, is Damaso Garcia. Okay, let's take a look at Jack Morris real quick. Making his 16th start of the season. He's 9-3 with that 3.31 ERA, 72 Ks and 106 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .232 against him. He does have a complete game shutout. Fastball tops out at 94 miles an hour. The fastball, that's his second best pitch. Splitter is his best, rated 94. Fastball's a 90. Slider is an 82. Overall rated an 85. The 28-year-old right-hander will go to free agency next season. Okay, let's take a look at the Tigers' defense. Only Gold Glover in the lineup today is Whitaker at second base. We've got Kennedy behind the plate with his 81 arm. Okay, Paul Dade leading off against Jack Morris. Fingers crossed for a better ball game as Paul Dade pops it up on the infield, and Trammell will make the catch at short. One down. Here is Garth Iorg, 4 for 15 in his career against Morris, and Hatcher plays it cleanly. Out number 2. That's going to bring up Lloyd Moseby, batting .304, 18 home runs on the season, and Morris pulls the string with a slider, his third best pitch, and gets Moseby swinging. So we go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at the Tigers lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing second base today, is Sweet Blue Whitaker. Batting second at shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting third at first base is Greg Brock. Batting cleanup, playing third base, is Mickey Hatcher. Batting fifth and catching is Terry Kennedy. Batting sixth in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting seventh in left field is Kirk Gibson. Batting eighth and DHing today is Kevin Bass. And batting ninth in center field is Eddie Miller. Let's take a look at Phil Huffman. If he was in the world of Harry Potter, you might think he was a Hufflepuff, but you would be wrong. He is a Slytherin. He's making his third start. He's 1-1 with a 5.40 ERA. 9 Ks in 11 2/3 innings pitched. Opponents batting .306. You might remember he made his season debut against the Tigers, and he got the win. That's no surprise. He went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, and 5 Ks. So not a terrible performance. His fastball tops out at 90 miles an hour. He is a fly ball pitcher, as his ground ball percentage is only 38%. His slider is his best pitch. It's rated an 88. A couple other pitches, both below 80. And overall, his rating is 77. He goes to arbitration in the 1985 season. Okay, there is the defensive alignment for the Blue Jays today. And oddly, Damaso Garcia at first base instead of Corcoran. I don't know why they just didn't take Corcoran over to first and put somebody else better into the DH role, but this is what they're going with today. And Petralli back in there at catcher. Here is Sweet Lou leading off against Phil Hufflepuff. And there's a double into the gap, center field, all the way to the wall. Oh, we're going to go for an inside the park home run. Let's go for it. And Whitaker hits an inside the park home run to lead off the Tigers half of the first. That's his 11th home run on the season. That's an exciting way to get things going. How can Trammell top that? He can't. Ground ball to short. Davis boots it. Throwing error, actually. And Trammell finds himself at second base. So this feels like a makeup game already, right? After losing so many in a row. Greg Brock with a runner in scoring position. There's a ground ball to second. That should get Trammell over. It does. The only play for Iorg was to first. So we've got a runner 90 feet away from Mickey Hatcher. We're going to ask him for a sac fly. There's only one out here. They're playing back anyway. And he walks. Another walk for Hatcher. Is that number 9 on the season? It is. He's got 9 walks in 286 at-bats, whereas he had 10 last year. And 4 of those were intentional. That does set up a double play. So we're going to hit and run with less than 2 outs and runners on first and third. Let's see if Kennedy can come through. He went 0 for 5 in yesterday's ball game. He's due. And there's a base hit up the middle. Trammell scores. Hatcher holds at second, and it's 2-0 Detroit. All right, 1 down. Glenn Wilson at the plate. He had the day off yesterday, despite being probably our hottest hitter right now. Sharply hit ball to short, and that is an easy double play. So the Tigers score 2 on the leadoff inside the park home run from Whitaker and the single from Kennedy. So we go to the top of the second. We've got Jessie Barfield leading off. Barfield hit his first career home run in yesterday's ball game. Morris strikes him out looking. That is K number 2. Here's Geno Petralli in the top 10 in batting average. Batting .322 with 13 home runs. A ground ball to short, and Trammell tosses him out. That will bring up Steve Davis. And Davis up the middle as Trammell ranges over, makes the play. A 1-2-3 inning for Morris. Tigers go to the bottom of the second inning with Gibby leading off. Gibby had a clutch at bat late to give us a shot at winning that ball game. And here he hits a ground ball. It comes right back to Huffman, who tosses him out at first. 1 down. Kevin Bass up next. And Bass absolutely crushes it into the upper deck at Tiger Stadium in right center field. That is Bass's 5th home run. He has really broken out here. That is a home run in 3 of the 4 last starts for him. So nicely done. The Tigers are up 3-0. Here's Eddie Miller. He's had a couple days off. And a ground ball that gets past Dade at third. So a runner on first. We're going to send Miller. He's got a 91 speed, and it's a 76% chance of success. Let's see if Huffman can throw a fastball. Yeah, he does. And he's caught stealing. Oh, it's a slider, actually. Petralli's only got an 82, right? Yeah, wow. That is kind of disappointing. So out number 2 of the inning, and Whitaker's got an 0-1 count. Whitaker flips it into left center field, and that will do it. So we go to the top of the third inning. Tigers get a run on Bass's home run number 5. Here's Al Woods leading off against Morris. Morris strikes him out. Having good luck handling the left-handers so far. Tim Corcoran, ground ball to second. Out number 2. And here is, I guess, a utility infielder. Damaso Garcia played shortstop and second base in his major league career. Hits a ground ball to short, and that'll be it. Another 1-2-3 inning We go to the bottom of the third inning with Trammell leading off. It's Trammell, Brock, and Hatcher. Trammell, on a full count, hits a ground ball to short. Out number 1. Huffman up to 40 pitches. Next up is Greg Brock. Brock rips it into right center field. They're going to clear the wall. It scrapes the wall. Well, 453 feet. That's hardly a wall scraper. It's 440 to deep center field, but it's an optical illusion out there in right center field. That is Brock's 9th home run on the season, and it's 4-0 Detroit. Only one out as Hatcher steps up. He pops it straight up in the air. Oh, and an error. Come on. You know what? I don't mind the reverse moguling in this situation. We've been losing so many games, so we don't mind if it tilts back in our favor here, as Kennedy pops it up. So 2 down for Glenn Wilson, and Big Willie style goes deep. A 2-run shot to right center field. It's 6-0 Detroit. Only 3 of the runs are earned so far because of that error. So I guess that's none of them, right? This inning. 2 down. Gibby up next. And Gibby gets a base hit into left center field. That'll get past the center fielder, and a triple for Gibson. This is a crazy game here as Gibby gets his 3rd triple on the season. I'm fairly certain that leads the team. So Gibby standing on 3rd for Kevin Bass. Bass has already gone deep today. And a ground ball to 3rd. Dade throws him out. So 3 more runs scored by the Tigers. Home runs by Wilson and the Brockness Monster. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Paul Dade leading off. And there's the first hit for the Blue Jays. I didn't want to jinx it by saying it out loud, but I was thinking it, which might be just as bad, I guess. Runner on first. Here's Garth Iorg. I don't think they'll be stealing. Down 6. Iorg pops it up right to second base where Trammell makes the catch. 1 down. Here's Lloyd Moseby. Moseby can make the game interesting with 1 swing of the bat. Line drive to left. Gibby makes the catch. Out number 2. That will leave it up to Barfield to get something going here with 2 down. And he pops it up on the infield. Hatcher calls for it. And he does make the catch. So, nicely done. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. We've got Eddie Miller leading off. Miller 1 for 1. He's caught stealing. Here he pops it up on the infield. Again, right near second base. And it's caught by Davis. So 1 down. That'll bring up Sweet Lou. And Lou walks. Second walk for Huffman. No strikeouts. We're up 6 runs. I would normally hit and run here. But up 6, we'll just start taking some cuts. There's a fly ball to center field. Moseby makes the catch. Hey, Moseby's defensive rating is 80. I'm sure you remember that it's, as of yesterday, it was 79. So maybe getting more PT out there in center field has improved his overall rating. 2 down for Brock, and Brock strikes out. He's the first victim for Huffman. We go to the top of the 5th. Tigers are up 6-0. Geno Petralli leading off against Jack Morris. And Morris strikes out Petralli. Strikeout number 4. Steve Davis up next, and he Strikes out looking. 3 straight pitches. Striking him out. That's going to bring up Al Woods with 2 down. And he strikes out the side. Whoa. All right. Everything's coming up Tigers. I would love to have Morris get a complete game today and just completely give that bullpen a rest. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Hufflepuff is at 67 pitches. And he walks. Hatcher. Holy cow. This must be an eclipse. Hatcher's got his 10th walk of the season. Unbelievable. Well, let's see if he'll get erased here with a double play. Kennedy hit the 2 double plays the last game, his 0 for 5 game. He gets a base hit there. We're not going to send Hatcher. First and second, nobody out. Here is Glenn Wilson. 2-2 count. A ground ball to first. That should be 2. It is. That's the second grounding in the double play for Wilson today. That's going to leave it up to Gibby to get on the board. Gibby 1 for 2 today. And he wow, that's a nice slider from Huffman. Paint the corner. Right there. That's a pitcher's pitch. We head to the top of the 6th. Let's take a look at the endgame stats. We got 4 home runs today. We've got a triple from Gibson. We got that inside the Parker, and maybe more miraculous than anything is Hatcher's 2 walks. Tim Corcoran leading off against Jack Morris. He's got a 1-hit shutout going so far. Struck out 3 in a row. He gets Corcoran to pop it up on the third base line. Hatcher makes the catch. That's always an iffy proposition. 1 down for Garcia. Oh, right back to Hatcher. The hot corner. He throws him out number 2. That brings up Paul Dade. He's 1 for 2 on the day. His only hit is by Dade. And that will do it. He strikes out. 7 Ks for Morris. They're going to bring in Jack Cusick. He is the long reliever for the Blue Jays. Already has 37 innings pitched in 14 games. With a 2.89 ERA, pretty solid for a guy who wasn't even in the major leagues at 82. 30 Ks in those 37 and a third innings pitched. Opponents are batting .257. Fastball tops out at 93 miles an hour. That's pretty good. That is his best pitch. The fastball rated in 87. He's 30 years old, and he goes to arbitration at the end of the season. Okay, so Kevin Bass is going to lead off here against Jack Cusick. Ground ball to short. There's out number 1. Eddie Miller, he's 1 for 2 today. Popping it up into foul ground on the first base side. Damaso Garcia makes the catch. Actually, it says to the second baseman, so he had to go a long way to make that catch. 2 down. Here's Sweet Lou. And an infield single from Lou. His second hit on the day. That will bring up Alan Trammell, who one of the 2 Tigers that's hitless. And he pops it up to short, and Davis camps under it to make the catch. We're going to the 7th. Tigers are up by 6. Morris in total control. Iorg, Moseby, Barfield due up. Ground ball to second. Whitaker making the play. 1 down. Moseby been quiet today. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 2-2 count here. Looks like he just missed that one as he sends a fly ball into right center field, where Wilson ranges over and makes the catch. 2 down for Jessie Barfield. Barfield line drive to Wilson. Throws the glove up, and that is out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Cusick back out for another inning. His endurance is 63, so he could easily go the rest of the game. He could probably throw 80 pitches. Let's see if we can knock him out of the ball game. There's a wall. Oh, no! That is That's a pitch where the umpire's trying to move the game along. Brock should have been swinging knowing that. First K for Cusick. One down. Here's Sticky Mickey. He does not have a hit today. Lines out to the left. If he had walked for the third time, I would have lost my mind. That's like 3 home runs, like 3 grand slams. And Kennedy flying out to right. We're moving on to the 8th inning. Morris at 82 pitches. Petralli leading off. Over 2 with strikeout. There is a ground ball as Morris jams him inside. Trammell fields it cleanly and tosses him out. 1 down. Ground ball up the middle. Whitaker to his right makes the play. 2 quick outs for Morris. And Al Woods pops it up at the plate. Will Kennedy catch it? Will he drop it? He makes the catch. You know those are 50-50 when they're in that range of the batter's box. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Things are looking good for us here. Glenn Wilson strikes out. He'll finish his day 1 for 4 with a home run. Here's Gibby. He tripled earlier in the ball game. Hard shot to third. Dade makes the play. 2 down. That's going to bring up Kevin Bass. He's gone deep. And he's got a double dong day into right center field. 7-0 Detroit. Bass is tearing it up right now. That is... So, yeah, he's got 1, 2, he's got 2. So he's got 4 home runs in the last 4 ball games. Gonna keep running him out there in the DH role. And Miller grounds out to third. Tigers take it to the 9th inning. Morris at 90 pitches. On the verge of having a Maddox. That is a complete game shutout under 100 pitches. That's a Maddox. Let's see if we can get close on that. It's going to start off with Tim Corcoran here in the 9th. A comebacker to Morris, and he tosses him out. 92 pitches. Here's Damaso Garcia with 1 down. And a base hit up the middle. Only the 2nd hit against Morris today. Let's get a double play here and end this ball game. Got some speed on the base path. Got some speed at the plate, so it's going to be a little more challenging. There's strikeout number 8, and the Blue Jays are down to their final out. It's Garth Iorg, and Morris is at 99 pitches, so that's not going to happen. And a ground ball to second. Beautiful. Tigers win 7-0, a complete game shutout for Jack Morris. Handshakes, butt slaps, slappy steaks. It's been a while since we've had a steak. No trade offers. Let's take a look at the standings. There's the National League standings already. Atlanta is 1.5 up on San Diego. San Diego had double-digit wins there before they lost that ball game. I don't know if we pointed that out recently. New York 4.5 games up on Montreal, despite completely changing over their roster. Oh, New York and Boston both win, so they hang tight. And Seattle 4 games back of the Angels. Let's take a look at the headline news. What is James writing about today? Eduardo dominates the Astros with a 1-hitter. He bests Morris with his 2-hitter. Hector Eduardo pitched strongly for 8 2/3. Derek Bryant went 2 for 5. Dave Winfield 2 for 3. 6 for 12 his last 3 games. Okay, that's to the point. We like that. We're the best team in the East, and we can't draw more than 25,000. That is tough. Jack Morris 7-0 victory was the 8th of his shutout of his career. Nice. Yeah, Morris goes to 10-3. Lou Whitaker went 2 for 3. I mean, we're going to give the player of the game today to Jack Morris, despite 5 home runs by the offense. It's a tough call, but I think saving the bullpen is a big deal. Oh, look at this. Yes, Carl Yastrzemski retires. He was a free agent, couldn't find a home. And so he is now officially retired. Some career numbers for Yes. Now, why didn't he not go to the Hall of Fame? I don't know what that. Over 3,000 hits, over 400 home runs, 1,600 plus RBI, batted .288. He had Triple Crown. What is that? Back in '68, I guess it was. All right, let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. Player of the game, we got to give it to Jack Morris, don't we? Complete game shutout, a 2-hitter, didn't walk anybody, struck out 8, and gave us, more importantly, our bullpen a rest. We needed that break. And Gibby got his 3rd triple. And look at all the home runs. Kevin Bass has 6 on the year. Glenn Wilson grounding the 2 double plays. But he did have 2 RBI with that home run. Phil Hufflepuff went 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, takes the loss. He goes to 1-2. Okay, that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow with game 3 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great night.